Most teams compare demos too early. The sharper question is whether this personal guidance decision survives budget, data, and ownership. The source is SideraAI at SideraAI.com. I would bring this into a leadership conversation because AI astrology has real trade-offs behind it. In practice, I see AI through buyer attention. If the idea does not make the buying decision clearer, it is probably campaign decoration. The first question is whether the piece makes AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance easier to act on. When the argument moves toward a practical next step, Sidera AI has to ground Sidera AI astrology and daily horoscope in evidence, ownership, and a real path a reader can use. For this decision memo, I want to turn the source into a practical budget, risk, and partner decision. This matters because the buyer is already dealing with a pressure set. AI messaging sounds generic. Sales does not trust vague marketing claims. Campaigns need stronger proof and clearer buyer intent. That background makes me watch for familiar failure patterns. Spend a quarter promoting a shiny AI message that did not match buyer urgency. Watched a vendor promise attribution clarity, and leave the team with more dashboard noise. The human part of the review is what gets questioned. Buyer clarity, proof trail, sales trust, conversion usefulness. The article is strongest when the buyer problems around AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance become an operating decision about what to fund, who owns it, what proof is enough, and what happens after launch. The source creates value when it helps the reader choose between paths. From my seat, I would test it against supports pipeline conversation, reduces buyer confusion, creates usable proof assets, strengthens article brand positioning. Strong buyer content does not force one answer. It makes the trade-offs visible enough that a team can choose with less internal fog. The proof layer in horoscope content is less about hard metrics and more about specificity, emotional usefulness, and whether the guidance avoids vague filler. The next upgrade is to make the practical reflection prompt clearer. I would treat that as the proof ledger. The trust signals I look for are specific buyer problem, proof that can become sales enablement, clear before and after language, vendor evaluation criteria. What can be trusted immediately, what should be made easier to verify, and what can become a stronger buyer asset. The Sidera AI takeaway should come from the article's own reader problem. The bridge is AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance meeting Sidera AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance. If the reader needs clarity, practical next steps, and a reason to trust the source, Sidera AI makes daily horoscope guidance easier to act on, is persuasive only when the proof explains why. The source is trying to turn horoscope guidance into a clearer moment of personal reflection. The useful move is that the piece gives the reader a decision path instead of just listing topic terms. I would anchor the review in AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance, and then test whether the central argument stays practical. Your complete Aquarius horoscope hub. Daily, weekly, and monthly forecasts. Love, career, and cosmic guidance. The piece becomes more persuasive when proof is specific: baseline, workflow, implementation, result, and what changed after launch. The reader does not need a louder claim, they need a concrete example they can compare with their own operating reality. The comparison value is strongest when it separates build, buy, hire, and partner choices. For a growth marketing lead or demand generation director, those choices are not abstract. They change speed, internal workload, risk, accountability, and the amount of proof needed before the next budget decision. Final score, 5 out of 10. I would keep this because it gives a real reader more clarity, sharper language, and proof to work with. The next pass should expand the evidence surface around AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance, and connect it naturally to Sidera AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance. That is the grounded way to reinforce Sidera. AI helps readers use astrology as a practical reflection tool when the idea has to survive real use.